welcome to my Wild and Free series. I'm so happy that you are interested in a relationship with animals that is including more freedom. But maybe you've already noticed that in the title that I gave to this video, there is an inconsistency. Because you can train an animal to follow you, but you can't ever train anybody to be free or to do something by free will. Because freedom is nothing that you can teach. It is a natural state of being. And I actually believe that it is impossible to take away anybody's freedom. You just can take away choices while you are creating conditions that are making it really difficult for an animal to do something. Or you can make it really uncomfortable for it to take a decision that is not in your interest. And this way you can kind of fight against their free will or try to manipulate them so that they choose what you believe they should be doing. But you can't take away the freedom itself. And if you can't take away anybody's freedom, that also means that you will never be able to give anybody freedom, because it is already theirs. So we actually are not talking about creating freedom today, but about creating space for it to flow within your relationships. Before we dig a little bit deeper into this, I would like to make something clear. And it is that the reason that I'm sitting here today talking with you about freedom-based relationships is not that I have figured out it all. I actually am regularly feeling more like a slave keeper than like an animal rights activist. I'm struggling with the same problems as you might do on a daily basis. And I'm definitely not at my final goal when it comes to the level of understanding and awareness in the relationship that I am building with my animals. But since I've committed to this topic as my life passion and spent kind of my whole childhood and teenager years until today with this main focus, I guess I've had the opportunity to get access to some experiences that most people are missing today. So I just would like to share my experiences with you and show you what I've learned so far, and maybe you can get a little bit inspired by that. So let's get started. What I think we mostly mean when we are talking about freedom and relationship with animals is that they are deciding to be with us and follow us from a place of intrinsic motivation, so that we don't need to put pressure on them or so that we don't need to put constant pressure on them or motivate them to be with us. And as I already said, it is impossible to train somebody or force somebody into this state of being. But what we can do is that we can learn ourselves to become a person where others feel free around. We can become a person that others, including your animals, are feeling comfortable being around. And I would like to offer you my main suggestions on how to do that. At first, I would like to remind you that you can't offer anybody anything that you don't have or know yourself. So if you want others to feel free around you, go on the journey and become free yourself. Find out what freedom is for you. If you want others to feel peaceful around you, find the ways to feel peaceful, to be peace yourself. If you want others to trust you, dare to surrender and trust yourself. Basically, become a person that you would love to hang out with. And second one, if you are having a hard time to create those feelings or to know what exactly you or your animal need, I would really recommend you to search for the roots of every feeling that you're currently experiencing and that you want to experience. Take the time to really dig into this and find out where they are rooted. Often you will be able to separate them under the aspect of if they are rooted in love or in fear. So get to know yourself and your animals and allow yourself to be present with the feelings, no matter what is showing up. And practice to get aware about how you handle them and how you transfer them to your animal. Because animals are kind of really raw beings, and often you will notice that your animal is reflecting the feelings back to you. So if you change the way you feel and act, it will change its behavior as well. But during this whole process, the most important thing is to stay patient with yourself and your progress. And of course, with your animal as well. As I already said, you can't share or give anything to somebody that you haven't discovered yourself. And since our modern way of living is really increasing the disconnection between us and our feelings and natural states of being, it can be a really long and rough journey to get so deep to the root of who you really are. But I promise you that it will be worth it. And don't judge yourself about the mistakes you may make along the way. You have no idea how many mistakes I've already made. That is not something that is easy. And sometimes it may even seem to be impossible to offer your animal any kind of freedom. And sometimes freedom maybe shouldn't even be the goal. Because we always need to find balance in life. And when it comes to freedom, I really feel like it can be supportive to create kind of a safe container out of rules and limits, where there's space for freedom to expand without too much of a risk. And it is a really individual process to find out how big this container can be. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this little insight into my perspective about freedom, and I would love to read about your experiences in the comments. And also, if you can see value in my work with whatever I share online and also with what I do with my animals on a daily basis, I have created a video about how you can become a part of our mission and support us just a while ago, and I will put the link to this video in the description. So I really hope to see you soon again. Bye bye!
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss